Hello everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Thursday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday for this day. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we are expecting for tomorrow, which is Friday, the upcoming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and also through much of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Thursday night with my featured National Day calendar segment. Of course, today was my featured National Day holiday is, of course, that today was excuse me. Today was National Tooth Fairy Day. Now, as a child, I'm gonna explain to you now. Now here's my key National Day calendar segment from today. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? National Tooth Fairy Day, Thursday, August 22nd. Good evening to you, Lisa. How are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight, Lisa? How was your day today? How was your day today, Jessica? Wiggle a loose tooth, and maybe the Tooth Fairy will collect it on this day. Or maybe the Tooth Fairy has collected the tooth on this day during National Tooth Fairy Day. Since the day is celebrated twice a year, this day is recognized again on February 28th. This childhood favorite evolved with a group of healthcare fairies during the mid-1920s. From bath fairies to Fairy One Tooth Whitener, they encouraged kids through a wave of advertisements in health classes. These ads in classes spoke to children about eating their veggies, brushing their teeth, and getting fresh air. I'm glad tomorrow's Friday too. In 1927, Esther Watkins Arnold brought the Tooth Fairy to life in an 8-page playlet. She named the playlet The Tooth Fairy. At the same time, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle published photographs of two girls surrounded by verified fairies. He claimed that fairies and gnomes existed around the pictures supplied the photographic evidence. So, are you guys want to know when National Fairy Tale Day is? Well, there isn't one, but there's still a Fairy Tale Day. The following year, Arnold's play began performing. Children primed with vivid imaginations placed their freshly lost teeth under their pillows at night. I've once done that a few times in my life. The anticipation of a visit from the Tooth Fairy lives on today. Over the years, the Tooth Fairy theme varied. In 1942, columnist Bob Balfe wrote in the Palm Beach Post about the Tooth Fairy. He gave his children war stamps to put in their books when they lost a tooth. This alternative became popular during the time when giving to the war effort was a motivating factor. Today, the Tooth Fairy jingles much less than ever. The average payout for a lost tooth ranges from $3 to $4. However, if Dad is on duty or if the tooth disappears during the night with no time to break a large bill, the amounts climb higher. To observe, support your friendly neighborhood Tooth Fairy. Take care of your teeth and leave a few healthy baby teeth behind. Share your Tooth Fairy stories, real or imagined. Use hashtag Tooth Fairy Day to post on social media. So are you guys wanting to know the reason why there are two Tooth Fairy Days throughout the year? The National Day calendar team has not discovered the origins of either of the holidays, but it is interesting to note the American Dental Association's recommendation to have cleanings twice annually. Like, for example, it is recommended that you get your teeth cleaning done twice a year or every 6 months. I've got my teeth cleaned this past June, and as of right now, The next time I go for teeth cleaning will be in December. So, even though it's not Christmas time, if you want to know who wrote the song "All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth," it was written by Donald Yetter Gardner. Surprisingly, there are several songs that feature teeth. One of them is "Steely Dan's Your Gold Teeth," Owl City's Dental Care, and Ironing Wine's White Tooth Band. Those are a few. However, numerous children's songs also feature tooth-related things. So, like I said, if you would get a visit from the Tooth Fairy, of course, as a child, I would always look forward to leaving when I got a tooth pulled. Of course, I've always had fears going to the dentist. I get a tooth pulled, I would leave on a little pillow, and then the Tooth Fairy would leave $1. And isn't that interesting? But like I said, remember, eat your veggies. Eat your veggies and brush your teeth and keep them clean. Brush twice a day. I brush once in the morning and I brush again late at night. And don't forget to check in with your dentist every 6 months. That's twice a year. Every 6 months. Not only was today National Tooth Fairy Day, today was also National Surgical Oncologist Day, Never Been Better Day, National Bowel Day, National Pecan Torte Day. Also today was National Being Angel Day. And of course, tonight was the 4th and final night of the 2024 Democratic National Convention. So of course tonight was the final night. I don't have a whole lot of time. It was the late start due to I watched every night of this year's Democratic National Convention. And here's a recap from tonight's events. Thursday, August 22nd. So the fourth night, the final night's theme was For Our Future. The final night was emceed by actress Kerry Washington. Presidential nominee Vice President Kamala Harris delivered her acceptance speech. Here's the notable speakers. U.S. Representative from Texas Veronica Escobar, Becky Pringle, Randy Weingarten, Alex Padilla, Marsha Fudge, Ted Lieu, Tammy Baldwin, Catherine Clark, Mayor of Durham, North Carolina, Leonardo Williams. Professional basketball player Steph Curry was a featured guest. Professional NBA player Steph Curry was among one of the speakers. Stand-up comedian D.L. Hughley was a featured speaker. Actress and director Eva Longoria. And Governor of North Carolina Roy Cooper. And again, Vice President Kamala Harris delivered her acceptance speech for president during tonight's final night of the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching the Democratic Convention the past few nights this week. And don't forget I believe the next presidential debate between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris is set to take place on Tuesday, September 10th. More details to come in days and weeks ahead. And now, of course, let's get to it with your weather here. Of course, it was an ozone action day across parts of the 4-state region, most likely in our East Texas counties. 5 counties in East Texas: Harrison, Rusk, Gregg, Smith, and Upshur. This is valid today for Thursday, August 22nd. Let's see, I can refresh the page. Excuse me. And today we've seen temperatures warming up to season levels. I believe At one point, temperatures reached the mid to upper 90s earlier today. Now here are your averages and records for this day. 95 is the record high set on this day. I'll take that back. Okay, normal high is 95, normal low is 73. 107 is the record high set on this date back in 2023. That was just a year ago, during that notorious dead heat wave we had this time last year. 57 is the record low set on this date back in 1949. And of course, our Western Architects counties are under a heat advisory and excessive heat warning. A heat advisory is in effect for our East Texas counties, especially west of the Tyler, Texas area. An excessive heat warning is being issued in our, and especially closer to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area here on this Thursday night. But elsewhere, a heat advisory is not being issued for the remainder of the region. And of course, and once again here on this Thursday night, it is relatively all quiet without a drop of rain to be found anywhere in sight. And now there's a cluster of showers and storms along the Mississippi, Alabama, Florida Gulf Coast. And that's basically all we're seeing of the activity where it's forming. And of course, so now we've enjoyed the past couple of nights with the rather comfortable and pleasant temp. We've enjoyed the past couple of nights with the rather comfortable and pleasant. Now we've enjoyed ourselves. We've enjoyed ourselves comfortable and pleasant. So our weather has been rather comfortable and pleasant over the past couple of nights with the low humidity. With the past couple of days, we've enjoyed ourselves with relatively low humidity. And of course, we start off, like yesterday, we start off in the low 70s with low humidity and low dew points. But it looks like that humidity, dew point and humidity levels will be increasing, and so will the temperature. So I'll let you guys know how close we reach the triple digits, and also have rain chances on the way as we go into next week. So it turned out to be a bit hotter than originally expected, with most of us reaching the upper 90s. 98 degrees is our high temperature in Shreveport earlier today, if I'm not mistaken, with just a few clouds along with most of the sunshine. So it's been another dry and hot day for us. Temperature outside is 79 degrees with mostly clear skies. We have an east wind at 6 miles per hour. Humidity is 58%. Dew point is 63 degrees. So the air mass is still relatively dry. It's well comfortable outside. The feels like temperature heat index is 81 degrees. Barometric pressure is at 30.03 inches of mercury. So dew point, with dew point still in the lower 60s, it is still rather comfortable. It's still rather comfortable and pleasant outside right now. But hope you're enjoying the lower dew points while they last, because we're about to see. Looks like hope we're about to see some changes develop. That means we're going to get hotter eventually. We're going to see the humidity level and dew point levels increase, and so will temperatures. So, excuse me, we're going to get back to a more summery pattern here. Hope you've enjoyed the brief tastes of early fall while it lasted. Dangerous heat in the southern U.S. Fire weather concerns in the Great Basin. Tropical storm on to bring heavy rain and strong winds to the Hawaiian Islands. The persistent heat wave will continue over the southern plains into the weekend and for the western Gulf Coast, with high temperatures in the upper 90s and triple digits, likely breaking additional daily records. Tropical storm Oni is forecasted to strengthen and move near the Hawaiian Islands late this weekend or early next week. Heavy rain and strong winds are expected. Okay, it is Thursday. That means it's time to take out the drop monitor and compare it to where we are now, comparing to where we were same time a week ago, and also same time a year ago. So what you see here on the map to your left, this is the old map issued from last week, with all portions of northern Louisiana classified as abnormally dry, and also a portion of southeast Louisiana. This is what you see on the map from last week. And of course, both Bossier and Cattle Parish were abnormally dry. So drought conditions are returning due to ongoing lack of rainfall. Even though we're still way above normal with precipitation from heavy rains that fell earlier in the year. And also, I want to take you back to the drought monitor from this time, from same time last year. Last year at this time, much of Louisiana, basically nearly the entire state, was in some serious drought. During this time last year, much of our area was in moderate drought. Now, because of abundant rains we've seen the past few months, much of the state is still drought free. Of course, drought conditions have somewhat worsened, but not all by much. Drought conditions have somewhat worsened across northeast Louisiana, where they're in moderate drought. Elsewhere across what you see highlighted in yellow is abnormally dry. Bossier and Caliparish are abnormally dry due to ongoing lack of rain, despite us having a very small amount of rain earlier this week. So I just thought I'd show you guys the U.S. Drought Monitor. That is something I present to you. Until drought conditions improve, this is something I'm going to present to you guys each and every Thursday. And at this point, we are not, and of course, at this time now, what's happening in the tropics is that so far we're not. So the tropics are remaining quiet as of right now, for the third night in a row. The tropics are relatively quiet at the tropics are relatively quiet right now with nothing developing or forming, and with nothing forming or developing as of right now. As of right now, the tropics continue to remain quiet with no forms of activity. Something almost a rarity for August. I'll come to think of it, I believe it was 19 years ago, either today or tomorrow, when Hurricane Katrina began to form. When Katrina was about to become a named storm during the already active and very busy 2005 season. So I wonder what is going on with the lack of activity in the tropics right now. This is tend to be one of our most active periods during this time of year as we move into the latter part of August. So tonight we expect mostly clear skies as we bottom out at 75 degrees. So we're going back to seeing temperature slightly above normal. So hope you've enjoyed the low 70s with slightly lower humidity and dew points while they last, because we're going back to warmer temperatures. So tonight will be a bit warmer than we were this morning as we bottom at 75 degrees with mostly clear skies with an east wind at 6 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. Tomorrow with sunshine, it's gonna be a hot day for us as we close out the work week tomorrow. So we're going to end the week with sunshine. Remember the dangers of dehydration, heat stroke. If you're going to be spending any time outdoors during the day tomorrow, if you're going to be spending time working outside tomorrow, so remember to take frequent breaks and be sure to drink plenty of water. As we top it at 97 degrees with the southeast wind at 7 miles per hour, that's what gives us the heat index of 105 with the southeast wind 7 miles per hour. And we're not expecting any rain. We're going to have a rather hot and dry finish to the work week tomorrow. And of course, we're expecting skies to remain generally cleared, mostly cleared during the overnight hours, save for a few clouds. So we begin tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with the temperature 75 degrees with clear skies. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning with sunshine, we should be at 82 degrees. Noon tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 91 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 95 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with sunshine, we should be at 95 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clear skies. We should be down to 87 degrees. So it's good. So tomorrow. So we actually reached the upper 90s at one point earlier today here in Shreveport. So I'm gonna say that we should be expecting some similar conditions. So the heat and humidity will be returning. So get prepared for that for our next spell of the ongoing hot and dry conditions. Now here's what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. After a low temperature tonight, 75 degrees. Tomorrow, so tomorrow will be a hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. Don't forget the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke. If you're going to be spending long periods of time outdoors tomorrow, with the high of 97, low of 73, heat index 105. We're having southeast wind at 7 miles per hour and no rain is expected. Saturday, it will be mostly sunny and hot. It'll be a hot day for us with mostly sunny skies. So we're going to start the weekend off with hot and dry conditions with the high of 97, low of 72, heat index 103. We have an east-southeast wind at 7 miles per hour and no rain is expected. Sunday, it gets a little hotter. It will be hot with mostly sunny skies. Remember to use extreme caution if you're going to spend any time outdoors with the high of 98, low of 74, heat index 102. We have an east-southeast wind at 8 miles per hour and no rain is expected. Monday is when we start to see at least a slight rain chance returning. It will be hot with mostly sunny skies. Use extreme caution. Don't forget to remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke with the high of 99, low of 77. Winds will be from the east-northeast, high of 99, low of 77, heat index 106. We have an east-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 20%. And then rain chances start to increase somewhat because we certainly need some rain around here. So to keep drought conditions from getting too far out of hand, it would be nice for us to use an abundance of moisture around here. So it would be mostly cloudy and hot with a chance of an afternoon shower thunderstorm or two. With the high of 98, low of 75, heat index 107. We have a south wind at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. By Wednesday, it will be mostly cloudy and hot with a couple afternoon thunderstorms here and there. With the high of 100, low of 79, heat index 107. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. And by the time we go to your Thursday, we'll kind of keep things hot and dry for now. High of 97, low of 73. Heat index 104. Have an east-southeast wind at 7 miles per hour, chance of rain not greater than 10%. Looks like rain chances could be on the increase as we go towards the end of next week. Have even better rain chances. We have partly cloudy skies with a chance of showers and thunderstorms possible. Highs will be in the low 90s, chance of rain 30%. And showers and thunderstorms will be likely during the day. With the highs in the low 90s, with the chance of rain 50%. And then by Sunday, which is the 1st of September, that's you're in the midst of the Labor Day weekend. It will be a humid with mostly sunny skies, highs in the low 90s, and no rains expected. So, again, not unfortunately until at least we get into the latter portion of next week. Don't count on much relief from the heat. So we're about so even though the heat was on the humidity level and dew point levels, it felt rather nice and comfortable with the lesser humidity the past couple of days, but more hot, dangerously hot and more humid conditions are seen to make a comeback. So that means that we could eventually flirt with triple digits at some point next week. So we'll most likely stay in the upper 90s from tomorrow, which is Friday, through at least Tuesday of next week. We're having the upper 90s. Triple digits are possible on any of those days. Mid to upper 90s from tomorrow through at least Tuesday. Then we warm to the triple digits by Wednesday, and then we'll ease back down into the mid to upper 90s by Thursday of next week. So the heat will be on with temperatures likely to remain above normal the next several days. We're going to continue mostly hot and dry pattern. And of course, rain chances. So no rain expected tomorrow, Friday, or Sunday. It's going to give us a totally hot and dry weekend. 20% rain chance by Monday. Rain chances increase even more to a 30% for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then just a small 10% chance, smaller chance by Thursday. We'll have another break from the rain by next Thursday. And it looks like we're going to have, and rainfall totals are not looking all that great, unfortunately. Only between 1 to 2 tenths of an inch of rain. So hopefully that increases by the time we go into next week. hopefully that increases because every little drop of rain would greatly help things out. But that's all the time that I have for you guys here on this Thursday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here for tonight. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.